A confession. So the question is about a singular strategy, and yes, I am guilty of having led a singular strategy in a district, not my previous district, and I think it depends on what that strategy is and the process for rolling out the strategy. So the strategy in the case of my previous district was, well, the problem that we were trying to address was student engagement. The strategy was, what if we tried small groups, pedagogical practice to try to get kids more interested and engaged in the work. And the rollout of the strategy was lots and lots of conversation with our teachers about, what do you think about this? Do you think it would work? Would you be willing to try it? And then letting one school give it a try. First it was one grade level. Actually, it was one classroom to one grade level to one school, and then letting it build and take off in that way. And the end result didn't work 100% for everybody, but the end result was it was a community that was much more engaged. When we visited schools, we saw teachers at first struggled, obviously, to change practice because that's a pretty dramatic change, but after time and after practice and after lots of collaboration, lots of engagement, enjoyment by our staff, and the students were highly engaged. So they went from rows of desks to circular tables to noisy little places where people were engaging and debating texts, and I think it was a very healthy singular strategy.
Yeah. So I just want to follow up on that, if I can, Judy. So what happened? Why, as you think back on it, why was it healthy? Why did it work? What happened in the teachers' minds or in their practice that made them say, okay, let's give this a go. Let's actually buy in. Let's take the leap of faith. Let's test it out. Let's give this a go.
Well, I think what didn't happen was you are going to do this, and if you don't, I'm coming in with my rubric and my observation tool to write you up. So that did not exist. And they got excited about the idea, and I think just seeing a colleague give something a try in a very safe space where if it was a failure, it was perfectly fine, was key to the success of the endeavor. I also think we're all, as educators, moved to change when we see the result in our kids. And so watching children learn differently and be very excited can win over hearts and minds of just about anyone.
So I love the hearts and minds. You know, this again, and again, all of this brings to mind another, just learning for myself, particularly coming out of Cambridge, but generally from my time as superintendent, is that there's a difference between compliance and change. And you know, sometimes superintendents, no one on this panel, but sometimes superintendents will say, okay, well, the math scores are bad, let's buy a new math series. And you know, we spend a lot of money, we buy a bunch of new math books, and manipulatives and whatever, and you know, we can almost sort of check that off the list and say, I've done something about math. And then what often happens is on the 2 days out of 180, when the superintendent walks into the class, the teachers pull out the new math series and do that. And then, you know, for the other 178, the math book goes into the bottom right-hand drawer of the desk, and they all yell out, he's gone, the coast is clear, and we go back to what we're doing. So that's compliance, right? And compliance, just my way of thinking, compliance usually comes from the outside in. It's somebody is telling you to do something, and you say, okay, so that I don't get in trouble, so that I don't lose my job, so that I don't, you know, get disciplined or whatever, I will do that. That's compliance. Change, I think, and you know, we've been talking a lot about change. Change, at least in my estimation, often comes from the inside out. It's when you say, when we realize, when, you know, teacher, Ms. Jones or Mr. Smith says, this is making a difference for the kids, right? This is going to make my professional life more successful, or happier, or easier, or more rewarding, or whatever. There's something in it, right, for those individuals. And that, you know, is such a key way to tap into change, is to understand motivation of the people who are being asked to implement the change. Otherwise, I think it just resorts to or defaults to compliance.
Can I just
Yeah.
add to that just a little bit? A big part of success in schools, districts, student outcomes is labor management relations. And frequently, I get asked, and I know some of my colleagues that I work with in the state, how did you get them to do it? How did you get that not to happen? You know, the book was in the drawer. And it largely centers around labor management relations. Again, there's a lot of research to support that. We've done some work with Saul Rubenstein from Rutgers University, and there's compelling research around the importance of labor management relations and the positive outcomes of student success, as well as time for teacher collaboration. And so that has to be a key part of the work, a key part of the school culture. So we're not trying to get them to do it, it's we want to do it. I see how this all circles together. When people have a voice, when we offer opportunity, when they're part of the school improvement and district strategic plans, they own it. We own it together. So there's no need for buy-in, because we're all part of it. We all have a piece and all have ownership, and that's such a key part of it.
In fact, they've co-authored it.
Exactly right.